hit record, my fridge starts humming. That's great. Hi everybody, welcome back to a new soft-spoken video. I hope you're all doing really well today, taking care of yourself and taking some time to relax. I hope this video will be the perfect background for your chores or your, I don't know, whatever you're doing, folding laundry, organizing things, sorting through things, that kind of thing. Today I'm here to judge your Letterboxd top 4. I asked you about a week ago on my community tab to leave me your Letterboxd usernames in the comments, and so that's what we're gonna do today. I was originally gonna judge the whole account or just like your recent watches and things, but realistically I will only judge your top 4, so I'll sip through my coffee throughout the video. Hope that's okay. And yeah, I guess before I start, disclaimer, this is just for entertainment purposes. I don't mean any, I don't know, whatever I'm gonna say, it's just like, these are just films and you can't judge a person. Well, there is some of you in your favorite films, but at the same time I can't actually know who you are just from 4 films that you put up as your favorites on Letterboxd, you know what I mean? So yeah, also films are subjective, art is subjective. You probably think my top 4 is shit. My username is this if you want to go and judge it for myself, although I will change it soon, so I don't know if you'll be able to see my newest top 4 or my old top 4. Regardless, it's all for fun. So if I say that I reckon you're a terrible person from your top 4, you know, it's fine. So let's jump right into the first account. So the very first person I have here is Simon Keane from London. Thank you for following, Simon. I love your top 4. I think it's great. So we've got Before Sunrise, The Worst Person in the World, The Graduate, and About Time. Now I will say I haven't seen The Graduate, which I know is such a classic. Dustin Hoffman's definitely not his first role, but just like his breakthrough role. But looking at your lineup, I can see that you're a bit of a romantic. You are, I don't know, these films are like, they are romantic and they follow, you know, couples that are romantically involved, but it's also very like, they all punch you in the stomach because they're all like, especially, well, The First Person in the World already starts off like, you know, strong, but Before Sunrise and About Time, they start off quite idealistic and quite, you know, very flowers and rainbows type of love, but then they hit you with the reality of love, and love is not just, you know, this inebriating feeling, but being in love with somebody and committing to that person, and involves so much more. So yeah, this is like, you're romantic but you're also a realist. Like, you understand, or like, you appreciate films that represent love in a more real way, the troubles and tribulations of love, I suppose. Did that make any sense? I don't know. But yeah, cool lineup, Simon. I'll rate your lineup a 4 out of 5. Yeah. Next up, we've got Minou. You sound French. I don't know if you are. Your top 4 scares me in the sense that I haven't seen a single film from your top 4. But they look very especially these first two, The Fall and Orlando, but also Byzantium. What's Byzantium? I literally never heard of it in my entire life. Okay, I want to say these are all underrated films. I mean, Paddington 2, I know people love it. It's sweet, it's very endearing that you put it in your top 4. So that's like, I love when people have a top 4 that is like very much on one theme, and then they throw in a curveball, because we like, you know, people that enjoy films enjoy different things. It's like music. People that are really into music, they usually don't just listen to one genre. So I really like the addition of Paddington 2. But these three are giving artsy, they're giving, yeah, underrated, they're giving cerebral. I don't know, judging from the cover of The Fall, I might be totally wrong because I haven't seen these films. You're giving artsy, you're giving cool. So I don't know, completely out of faith, completely out of just looking at the covers, I might give you your lineup, I don't know, maybe a 3.5, only because I haven't seen the film, so I don't want to say like, oh, it's a 4, and then I go ahead and watch the films and I don't like them. So I'm gonna stay on a 3.5. You look cool, you look mysterious. Yeah. Now, Insanotv, I'm going to assume that you're a man. I'm going to assume your gender, and I'm going to assume that you're a bit of a gaslighter. We've got Fight Club, The Dark Knight, Dune Part 2, and Princess Mononoke. Now, Princess Mononoke is definitely one of my favorite, well, actually no, it's not one of my favorite, but I really enjoy it. I've watched a lot of Studio Ghibli films. It's not in my top 3, I would say, but it's still really good. So that is giving like, I'm gonna draw you in. I'm cool, I'm fun, I am cerebral and artsy. But then boom, Fight Club, Dark Knight, Dune is meh, but mainly Fight Club and Dark Knight are giving problematic man. I am so sorry, I'm being very judgmental, but as I said at the beginning, it's just, you know, yeah. You can make a video judging my top 4 and say whatever you want about me. So, okay, the thing is that Fight Club and The Dark Knight are excellent films, like excellent films. Fight Club will forever be one of those films that like remind me of when I started getting into films and in high school, and one of those films that really made me feel cool and like, wow, I really like films, like cool films, like, you know. So, you know, I love Fight Club and I appreciate it, but Fight Club is part of those films, like there's Fight Club, there's American Psycho, which I love, all films that I love, V for Vendetta, like all those films that are like, or The Matrix, that were written, even the novels that were written, or the films were written in a way that they were going to convey something, but then a certain, you know, audience of men repackaged them to mean something different. You know what I'm trying to say. So it's giving that. Nothing wrong in liking Fight Club, but like if you say it's your favorite film, it's like red flag. And combined with Dark Knight is like, but then again, Dark Knight, Heath Ledger, incredible. Dune, I love Dune, part 1 and 2, Villeneuve's adaptation. I saw it in IMAX, both parts, and it's just incredible. I wouldn't say it's my favorite film, but yeah, it's cool. It's interesting that you put part 2. I don't know. So how do I rate yours? I'm gonna say, so okay, because I like the films, I'm gonna say 3, but because of the combination of films you chose, I'm gonna say 2.5. If I had more subscribers, I would be I'm sure the comments will rage, but because I am a teeny weeny channel, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure I will say things, and then in the future when I'm really famous, people will bring up this video and say that I'm hateful and terrible. Okay, next we got Rafael from Texas. That's cool. Rafael is the person that suggested doing this video, so thank you for subscribing and commenting and everything. I really appreciate it. Now I'm gonna destroy you. No, I'm joking. You have Tyler Durden. I don't think I've ever said it out loud in English. Well, anyway, you have Tyler from Fight Club as your avatar. So also problematic, question mark? I'm not sure. But let's have a look at your films. Right, you got two Nolan. You got Interstellar and Inception, both incredible. Inception is definitely more rewatchable for me, and I have rewatched it tons throughout my life. Interstellar is beautiful, and I think it's a lot of people's favorite Nolan. Maybe no, maybe not. Maybe the Batman trilogy. I don't know, depending on who you ask. Star Wars, the original, fine. I don't have a particular opinion on Star Wars. It's fine. It's entertaining in the moment, but it really doesn't stick to my core. It doesn't do anything to my soul. I don't know. It's also not something that I grew up with, so it's fine. Alien, though, probably my favorite Ridley Scott film, although recently I watched Thelma and Louise, and that's pretty sick. But Alien is amazing. So given the spaciness of all of these, it's well, Inception is not spacey, but arguably it's very, I mean, it's time and space being bent, or time and dreams, and time and space in dreams. So in a way it makes sense that it's here with Alien, Star Wars, and Interstellar. You definitely, I'm gonna make the judgment that you like to feel like you're part of something bigger, especially for Star Wars is like something bigger, which it's not always positive, like in Interstellar and Alien, but yeah, we are grains of sand in the universe. I don't know, whatever. So cool lineup. I like it. It's solid. It works. Not my favorite films, but I think I'm gonna give you a 4 as well. Moving on to Alex Russell from Chicago. That's cool. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for following, Alex. Your lineup is intimidating because you are giving artsy. You're giving, I know my shit when it comes to film. I know old films. So yeah, I'm really not that. I don't think I've watched very many films from the 60s, let alone the 50s and 40s. So here we've got The Killing, The Third Man, Doctor Strangelove, and Neon Genesis Evangelion. The only film I've seen is Doctor Strangelove, and it is, like, if I think about Kubrick's films, which I have to say I have not seen each and every Kubrick film. I'm definitely missing his earlier work. But Doctor Strangelove is definitely the weirdest and the most like, yeah, the weirdest, just the weirdest film. And then I know about Neon Genesis Evangelion, but I don't know anything about The Killing and The Third Man, except The Killing was maybe adapted more recently to a series, potentially. I'm not too sure. So I honestly don't know what to say about your lineup. I'm gonna give you a 3 just to be in the middle, and I'm gonna say that your lineup is giving, yeah, artsy, but you're well read when it comes to films. And yeah, so there's that. I wish I had time to go through like other films that you've watched, but I don't have time. So Now we've got Tummis from SD. What does that stand for? San Diego? Oh, South Dakota, is that right? I don't know. Hi, Tummis. Thank you for following. Now, if the other person, what was their name? I've lost them. If the other person I said it was like problematic man, now I'm scared of you. Like, I'm genuinely scared of you. Sorry, but I'm scared of you. We got V for Vendetta, which I mentioned before. See? The Master, the house that Jack built, and the Seventh Seal. Now, I have watched all of these films in different times, at different times of my life. I have to say I don't remember much from The Master or V for Vendetta because I watched them as a teenager and I haven't revisited them more recently. I don't even know. I think the scariest thing is you saying that the house that Jack built is your favorite. Okay, let's open up Lars von Trier for a second. I have really liked Lars von Trier in my life. I've seen The House that Jack Built, I've seen Melancholia, I've seen Antichrist, and I think that's it because I've never watched Nymphomaniac or Dogville. But and yeah, so you know, in my time I have found him really dark and cool and what's the word when someone is pushing boundaries, like provocative and all this stuff. So that was all fine until I found out about the allegations against him, and that really recontextualized the violence in his films for me, and it just put me off Lars von Trier altogether. Like, I'm just not interested in watching his films anymore. Yeah, so that's my stance on Lars von Trier. Yeah. The Seventh Seal, classic, pretty heavy film. The Master is about Scientology, kind of. Paul Thomas Anderson, and then V for Vendetta, we all know, and we all know how it was recontextualized in pop culture. So I don't know, Tummis, I'm afraid of you. I will give you 1 star. This is a scary lineup to say that these are your favorite films. You look like a woman. I'm really sorry if you're not a woman, or yeah, I'm really sorry if you're not. But I appreciate your lineup even more if you are a girly. The Wicker Man, which I have not seen and I need to. This is the original from 73. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Spirited Away. That is in my top 3. Ghibli is probably Spirited Away, House Moving Castle, and Harrieti. That's probably my top 3 in varying order. It doesn't matter who's first, second, or third. And then you got Kes, which I've also not seen. It's by Ken Loach, which I know of him. He does like very real films with real people, like not trained actors. Semi-recently he did The Old Oak. 2 years ago, The Old Oak, which is about a pub and like racial tensions in a small town. But like he explores, I don't know, I think he explores these like social topics in a very like real and deeper way than a surface level. So that's cool. The Wicker Man I have not seen. And then Two Towers, just like Star Wars. I like Lord of the Rings. If you put it on, I will watch it, and I'll probably fall asleep at the end if it's too late and I'm tired. But yeah, it's entertaining in the moment, but it just doesn't touch my soul. And then, yes, Spirited Away, as I already said, I love. So your lineup is cool. I like it. There's a mix of everything. You got a bit of horror, a bit of animation, a bit of real life, and a bit of fantasy. So I really appreciate this mix. You sound like a fun, cool person, like an easy person to hang out with, because I think we would be able to find something like maybe horror is something that we have in common. I really love horror films, but also Ghibli we can bond on. And then Lord of the Rings, it makes me think like, oh, you're really into maybe other nerdy things that maybe I'm not into, but I find cool. And yeah, so elxisa, is that your name? Eliza? I'll give you a 4.5. This is a well varied lineup. Yes, 4.5. Moving on to Ethan Stoltzfus. My brother in Christ, I don't know what to say about your lineup. Let's just say we have different taste. Or maybe see, I don't want to assume that your lineup is ironic, because that's very like patronizing. Like, there's nothing wrong in liking Civil War, Captain America, Alice in Wonderland, Zombieland, and Donnie Darko. I'll say Donnie Darko, one of my favorite films ever, along with Fight Club, another one of those films that make me think I was really cool in high school and that I had good taste. And I still think Donnie Darko is one of my favorite films. It's like a nostalgic favorite. I haven't rewatched it recently, but it's also a film that I rewatched periodically. And yeah, it's a bit teen, but I can't help myself. I love Donnie Darko. Now, everything else. Zombieland it was fine. Alice in Wonderland is arguably one of the worst Burton films ever, but it was also fine. And Civil War, I have no interest in going anywhere near anything Marvel except the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. So yeah, so not great lineup for me, but hey, films are subjective. I'm gonna give you 2, because Donnie Darko, I can't give you any less than 2. But yeah, you know, as I said, you probably think that my lineup is terrible. My top 4 are probably terrible for you. So yeah, but thank you, Ethan, for commenting and for watching. Okay, we've got kpthomas, so I'm gonna assume Tummis. You've got what looks like a picture of you and then Furiosa at the top. Furiosa, yeah, from the latest Mad Max film with Anya Taylor-Joy. Is it Furiosa? I don't know. Mad Max is another film that... Anyway, we don't need to get into that because it's not in your top 4. The Tree of Life, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood. So we got a Paul Thomas Anderson stan, being John Malkovich. This is great. This is giving artsy. This is giving also very brainy. I could not finish The Tree of Life. I started it one time, and it's a film, in my opinion, that where you need a lot of big brain juice, and I didn't have it. Is it Terrence Malick? I think it's Terrence Malick. Yeah. So yeah, your lineup, your top 4 is giving artsy and cool and profound, but then yeah, the addition of being John Malkovich is like, it's fun. It's still like cerebral and like yeah, cool and artsy, but it's like funny. So honestly, flawless lineup. Like, I wouldn't say any of these films are my favorites, but and I have not seen Punch Drunk Love, I have to say, but yeah, There Will Be Blood is absolutely stunning, like incredible. So many scenes look like paintings, like incredible. So I also realized I should expand my vocabulary, because I feel like I always say the same thing. I always say that things are fun, things are incredible, things are cool, things are artsy. I should probably expand my vocabulary, like surrounding films. But anyway, I'm gonna give you 4.5 as well, because you sound like a cool person. Yeah. And then last but not least, we've got Mark. Hi Mark, 26. Little skeleton. Thank you for watching and commenting. We're ending on a bit of a low, not low, but again, another top 4 that I have not seen at all. La Haine, I've never seen, sadly. Hiroshima Mon Amour, classic, but I've not seen it. The Irishman, more recent, I've not seen it. And what's this last one? Come and See. What's Come and See? Oh wow, okay. Oh. How do you say it in English? Bielorussia? Bielorussia? That's cool. Is that your home language? Like your native language? I think this lineup is also giving artsy and well-read and brainy and yeah, just like knowledgeable about films. That's what I'm gonna say. But I have not seen any of these films, so I think yeah, I think based on what I said about another account where I said, oh, you sound well read and cool and you're into older films. I mean, Hiroshima Mon Amour is 59. So not that watching older films makes you inherently smarter or anything. It's just, this is again just for fun. So I'm just making leaping assumptions. But I'm gonna give you a 3.5 again, because I've not seen the films, but they sound like solid choices. So yeah, 3.5. Okay, so this is the end of the video. I hope nobody took offense in what I said. I really hope. Yeah, let me know what you thought of my takes in the comments down below. Once again, this is my Letterboxd username if you want to follow me on there. And yeah, also leave me some comments about any more videos you would like to watch in the future. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye.